The city of Henderson is inviting residents to provide input on the upcoming Reimagine Boulder Highway project that is set to begin next year. There is a meeting tomorrow afternoon from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Valley View Recreation Center, where details about the $120 million project to revamp Boulder Highway will be discussed. Some of the work that will be done, creating an underground drainage system to help with flooding. The median on Boulder Highway will be transformed into bus lanes, and more street lights will be added there. If you can't make it to the meeting tomorrow evening, the city also has a link on its website where residents can view exhibits, renderings, and maps of the project. We will bring you updates on the project as we do get them.